Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Hi, I'm Sarah Martinchick.
And I'm Dee Dee Creed.
And this is News Report, The Death of Humpty Dumpty.
By George Carlin.
From the nursery newsroom, this is Keith Blanchgetter. A mystery on West Side today of the death of our beloved Humpty Dumpty. We begin our Action Central News Team coverage with Joni Wong at the scene of the tragedy.
Thank you, Don. Well, it's true. Humpty Dumpty is dead at the bottom of the wall. The cause of death was apparently a great fall from the wall behind me.
What is the scene like out there right now?
Well, as you can see, police have taped off the area and are treating it as a crime scene, and no one seems to know why. According to one of the eyewitnesses, all the king's horses and all the king's men tried to put Humpty Dumpty back together again, but were unable to do so. We have with us here one of the king's men. What is your name, sir?
Dooley! Kevin Dooley!
And you're one of the king's men?
That's right! I've been one of the king's men for 17 years!
And were you the first at the crime scene?
That is correct! Me and my partner responded to a 10-4-3. That is an egg on a wall.
Egg on a wall?
Right! We get it all the time! Usually by the time we get there, the egg is gone. Or we get there and the egg is intoxicated and we have to remove him.
And what was different about this time?
This time, we got a dead egg on our hands. Either he fell or someone pushed him. Or he jumped. We can't rule it out.
Is that why you're treating it as a crime scene?
That is correct. Our crime scene people are checking the premises for hairs and fibers and stuff like that.
We've been told that all the king's horses and all the king's men tried to put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
That is not completely true. Some of the king's horses and a few of the king's men, but not all. The king has a lot of horses and men, and they are needed for parades.
So they were unable to put him back together again?
No! His yoke was broke. Once the yoke's broke, it's all over.
Do the police have any theories?
We are creating leads at this time. We heard there was about a dozen eggs out there on a picnic drinking. All in all, we heard it got pretty rowdy, and they were singing dirty songs and harassing females.
Can the public help?
If you have any information, call our tip line, 1-800-249-EGGS. All conferences will be held in strict confidence.
Thank you for talking to us, Officer Dooley. Well, that's it from the scene, Keith. Humpty Dumpty is dead at the bottom of a wall. Now let's send it over to Marcia Lopez at the Dumpty family residence. Marcia?
Thank you, Joni. I'm standing here with Humpty Dumpty's best friend, Vinny Almeda. Vinny, what kind of egg was he?
Easygoing, a nice guy. One time, once the kids were calling him fat, he bought some ice cream.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. I just saw him yesterday, and he was fine. I told him to stay off the wall. It's not safe. Some of those bricks are loose. But he never listened. He was headstrong.
Thank you, Vinny. Now we're going to talk to his widow, Arlene Dumpty. Mrs. Dumpty, thank you for taking a moment with us. This must be very difficult for you.
Yes, I'm still in shock. My thoughts are all scrambled.
How did you feel when you found out he was dead?
It was no fun, I can tell you that. He was a good egg.
What do you suppose he was doing on the wall?
He went up there all the time. He just went up there to sit and think. He was very deep for an egg.
What are your service plans? Will there be any services?
Well, he was very conservative, so I think we'll stick with the traditional egg funeral.
What is that?
You know, a skillet, some butter, pepper, onions, and maybe some salt.
Will you have an open casket?
I'm not sure. A lot of the yolk already, a lot of him already soaked into the ground. But we'll crazy glue him together as best as we can and go from there.
How can people express their condolences?
We're asking people to just to send bacon, or ham if they want, and maybe some home fries, but not too greasy. Or they can just make a contribution to the Humpty Dumpty Foundation for Research on Safer Egg Salad.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Dumpty.
No sweat, my pleasure. I'm sure he's smiling down at us from wherever it is eggs go. Although he was agnostic. He would have liked that.
Well, that's it. Humpty Dumpty is dead. And we're probably going to hear this story a bunch of times over again. Well, that's it from the scene of the tragedy, and now back to our studio.